Okay, let's take a look at the latest from Studio Wildcard and ARK's Community Crunch 361. And wait a second, they posted 3D models captured in Unreal Engine 5. I mean, didn't they say in last week's Community Crunch that they would be posting additional shots of ASA assets every other week? Let me check that over. Yeah, I'm not crazy here. Well, if they went back on that statement, maybe they addressed the T-server mass ban scandal.
Nope.
I guess that was a bridge too far. What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, it's been a week to remember with Ark Survival Evolved, and of course, we're going to be touching on that mass ban scandal and all the latest surrounding that issue in just a moment. But first, let's check out the latest Ark Community Crunch. This is number 361, and by the way, there's really not a lot going on here. First off was this 3D model comparison between ASE and ASA, including a mortar and pestle, cooking pot, sleeping bag, and a smithing bench, aka a smithy. Again, much like last week, the textures do look better, as they should. I mean, this is UE5 we are talking about here, and once they are in the game with Lumen and the other technology available, mainly the lighting, I would actually expect them to look even better than what we see. Still, we weren't expecting any additional Ark Survival Ascended assets to be on display this week. I don't know, maybe Wildcard thought that they needed to splash this one out there to try to divert some of this week's heat, to get players focused on something else. Next up was a bit of Control-C, Control-V, or copy-pasta with the questions answers portion of the crunch. Where is the gameplay and is this all you've done? It's the same everything here. No news, same answers. Everything down to the wording and punctuation is exactly the same as last week. I personally found this next portion of the crunch to be vaguely interesting. I mean, it's pretty brief, but maybe, just maybe, it is signaling towards something that can't be spelled out directly in the crunch itself, lest Wildcard could get reprimanded by their evil corporate henchlords, Snail Games. Anyways, the enforcement update was resurrected, complete with a link to their bounty thread, along with a description. We provide bounties for anyone who can report hacks or exploits of any kind, which are not aimbots, ESP, speed hacks, that can have a serious impact on gameplay or server stability on our official online servers. There's also a link to the bounty boards. The thread itself has been closed, but Wildcard seems to be bragging about the fact that they paid out more than 65 grand in bounties. But these payouts are only paid towards cheats that are for, quote, online multiplayer issues that can be done on our official servers. And just based on that description, I believe the T-Tribe could be reported for their excessive server abuses. Now, the abuse email address given is reports@studiowildcard.com. I don't know, is this Wildcard quietly unlocking the cell doors and just walking away? I guess we're going to find out. Fingers crossed on this one, though. Stepping away from the crunch for just a moment, and how many of you out there have seen this? Now, coupled with this mysterious trailer that popped up for Project Hermes was this headline from Snail Games USA website, which reads, quote, Snail Games USA takes the gaming world to the cosmos, with Project Hermes making its debut at Consensus 2023. Now, what really grabs your attention is this bit from their announcement. Project Hermes, a new Web3 game that brings together blockchain technology and gaming to create a unique and exciting gaming experience. And holy hell, you see the kind of havoc Snail is wreaking on Ark. Could you imagine them at the reins of a blockchain Web3 crypto nightmare? Anyways, there's a brief description here. I'll include a link to the website and the trailer in case you want to check them out for yourself. Could this be tying into ARK somehow, as it does show off a few dinos in the trailer? And oh, by the way, the comment section for this Hermes trailer is still open over on YouTube, and I already see some of you posting your displeasure for Snail Games over there, and I wonder how long that will last before they lock that down. I've also been seeing people openly question how in the hell Snail Games stock prices could be trending upwards, especially after their recent disastrous investor earnings call, where it was made public that for the first 3 months of 2023, total net revenue is down nearly $15 million in comparison to 2022. And my theory has to do with this announcement of Project Hermes. And if you follow the trend lines for the stock prices, it does match up kind of nicely. Since that date of April 26th, when Hermes was announced, Snail Games stock prices have been trending upwards from $1.09 per share to a closing of $1.44. Again, just a theory here. Full disclosure, I'm not a stockbroker, and there are possibly many other items at play here, but it may be the answer to that question of how the prices continue to rise despite Snail consistently pissing off current ARK players. And to finish up today, we need to briefly swing back to the Island Boys mass ban fiasco when they attempted a legit raid on known Snail Games affiliated super tribe, T. Now, I covered it this week. I've read most of your comments. I agree, it's all indefensible. And as someone that has come from an extensive online PvP background, mainly FPS titles, I'm well aware of what happens to a game when hacks or cheats are allowed to roam freely without fear of prosecution. I was really hopeful that Studio Wildcard would step up and address this issue. Maybe issue a statement condoning the behavior and opening an investigation, but deep down, I knew that wasn't going to happen. I mean, if it was going to happen, it should have happened years ago when T was on official servers before being moved over to Conquest, which looks like Wildcard attempting to punt the issue to a different team, in this case allowing Snail to self-police the very servers they are allowed to terrorize. I will say this though, as individuals, many times we are seen as harmless, but when enough of us group together and start pushing back, that's when real change happens. I see some of you really taking to Twitter, tagging in other prominent content creators, tagging in news outlets, anyone that can grab the story and run with it. And I've got to say that needs to continue. If enough people raise enough noise and get enough attention and awareness on this single issue, something's going to have to give here. This time, the incident is getting far more attention because it happened to many prominent ARK PvP YouTubers and streamers who recorded the events for all of us to see. Like I theorized earlier, maybe that bounty board link was not by accident. Maybe Wildcard was opening the door as much as they could without signaling they were opening the door. I honestly don't know, but 30 seconds of your time to send off a professional email is definitely worth your time. I will include links to all of these YouTube videos and Twitch streamers in this video description, so all you need to do is copy and paste those into the body of your email before sending it off to Wildcard. Also, if you can get a few gaming news outlets to start looking over this incident and running with the story, the rest will follow. They recycle stories, and it will spread like wildfire once a few actually decide to publish. As always, I look forward to reading your feedback in the comments section below. If you happen to like the video, maybe consider hitting subscribe to stay up to date on all things ARK related. And while you're at it, make sure to ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. If you could also rate and or share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. You can find and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and over in my open community Discord server, links to all of which can be found in the video description below. Shout out to the over 121,000 of you out there that have taken the leap and hit subscribe, and as always, a special thanks goes out to my patrons over on Patreon. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.